Hello, beautiful starseed, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Let us hop right into your astrology and tarot reading for Virgo season of summer 2021. All right, Libra, let's take a look at your astrology for this Virgo season. This is going to be very accurate, especially if you're a Libra rising. But if you're Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, there's still channeled messages that come through all of my readings. So make sure that you stick around to, especially for the tarot reading, but then also listen for things that kind of give you goosebumps. Listen for things that make you feel good. Listen for things that feel intuitively that they are meant for you to hear. So let us go ahead and begin by taking a look at the first event that is happening this Virgo season, which is the sun moving into the sign of Virgo. For you, this is going to happen in your 12th house, and this is the house of divinity. This is the house of the higher self. This is the house of, I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. This is the house of being connected in a higher vibration and higher frequency. So this is very, very important because think of this as the theme that's going to be underlying everything that's going to be going on for you for this whole 30 days or 30 degrees that the sun is in Virgo. It's a spiritual, enlightening experience. Very beautiful, very powerful. Starts on August 22nd. We will see the sun make a square to the nodes on the 28th. So let's change the color here. You've got the north node in the 9th, the south node in the 3rd. This T-square is basically asking you, are you on your spiritual path? Are you doing the things that you know intuitively you're supposed to be doing to spiritually integrate, to let go of old ways of communicating and talking and expressing yourself, and to focus more on things that expand your mind and help you grow in a spiritual way. So this is going to be kind of a very powerful T-square. And this whole month really is like a spiritual kind of transition for you. So that's the first thing that happens, or the second one on August 28th. The next day, we see Mercury enter the sign of Libra, and we also have to remember that you have Venus right here at the beginning of the month in your first house. So she's in her dignity. She is your ruling planet if you're a Libra rising. And with Mars here, you're going to be able to communicate more easily, to express yourself more easily. You're going to be able to basically give yourself a moment to say what you mean and find that harmony and do it in a harmonious way, do it in a loving way, and make sure that you feel heard, because that's really important, and that everybody else feels heard as well. But I think these are very powerful transits for Libra, since they're happening in your home sign. We will see an opposition from Mars to Neptune at 22 degrees on September 2nd, and Mars will be in your 12th house. He is in your 12th house already, and Neptune is in your 6th house. So this duality is being aspected, and we'll see this come back towards the later half of the month where the sun opposes Neptune as well. So this is like the beginning kind of energy. Like, is my drive? Am I focusing on my spiritual path? Am I putting in my effort? Am I motivated by growing in a spiritual way, ascending, becoming enlightened? And then I don't mean that in like a literal way. I mean, there's a growth, right? There's a spiritual growth process that is happening for you, and it's getting really highlighted and really accentuated this Virgo season. And so this will come back, this sort of asking yourself the question, like, am I doing the right thing? Am I putting my effort in the right place? This question will come back again, but I think it's challenging us, like, just kind of right off the bat, so that we stay on track with what's happening with the sun this month. The next thing is that we arrive at the new moon in Virgo on September 6th. So that means that the moon is going to meet up with the sun, and that's going to be in your 12th house. So again, this gets highlighted again. This is about heightened sensitivity, heightened emotions, heightened energies, and also messages that come through from your spirit guides. Excuse me for one second. I don't want to sound all sniffly. So this is about like being present, but not necessarily present feeling that you're so much more than just a physical body, and setting intentions, because remember, new moons are about setting intentions. Are you working in a day-to-day way on your daily life from the moment you wake up till the moment you go to bed on your spirituality, on your spiritual path? Like, are you working on this? Like, are you bringing the divine into the minute, like minute by minute life that you're living? Set an intention for that. If you're not, you've got Mars right there in Virgo, like helping you to get organized so that you can do this. And I know it seems an oxymoron to like focus on God in the details, but that's literally what this is saying. So super, super beautiful. And a powerful transit right there as well. Venus will then enter the sign of Scorpio on September 10th. So she's going to move into the second house and out of your first. And that's significant because Venus, again, is your ruling planet. You've been embodying the goddess until this point. Now she gets relentless, and now she gets a little bit possessive, and now she gets more sexual, or now she gets more intense. But in the second house, which is the house that she rules, she also brings good luck in terms of money and finances, and also in grounding yourself, and a very powerful sort of intense expression of the Empress is what you're going to feel during that transit. Mars also enters the sign of Libra, so he moves out of your 12th house and into your first. And Mars in Libra is not exactly in the best position, but I think for you, you're like, oh, I kind of like it because you're like a little more wishy-washy here with Mars, a little bit like, let me take my time. I'm not sure. Like, I'm just going to wait. Let's see if everybody wants to do it. There's such little follow through with Mars in Libra, so it's very frustrated here. However, I think for you, because it's in your first house and Mars does rule the sign of Aries, which rules the first house in general, you're going to feel a little boost of power. Even though he's in Libra, you'll feel that Aries power. So that's an opportunity for you to take action in your life. And then on that same day, which is September 14th, we're going to see the sun make that opposition to Neptune. So again, this duality right here gets aspected, and we get asked again, like, are we on the right path? Are we, moving in the right direction? Is anything unclear? If anything is unclear, you better clear it up now. You better take your time. Don't rush to conclusions during this time. And then the sun makes a trine to Pluto at 24 degrees on September 17th. So just a few days later. And Pluto for you is in your fourth house of the home. So the trine happens from the sun to Pluto. So from the 12th to the fourth house, and is about uncovering the truth. Seeing underneath the veil, unveiling whatever's going on, looking underneath the surface at what's really going on, taking your power back is what I feel this transit is really about. And then we end the month with the full moon in Pisces, which happens on September 20th, which is going to happen in your sixth house. That's where the moon is going to be, at least. And the sixth house is the house of being in the present moment. Remember that 2 weeks before you set intentions for a new spiritual beginning. And now 2 weeks later, you get to see like, well, did it work? Did I do it? Is it manifesting in my reality? These are the kind of questions that will come up. But I feel like this whole Virgo season for you is very spiritual. It's very like, it's on the higher realms, on the higher vibrations, because it's dealing with these houses of like very beautiful dualities, and very, very connected to more than what just meets the eye. So let's hop on over to the cards and see what your spirit guides, angels, and teachers want to add on to this message and want to bring to help you understand in an intuitive way what this month will really be about. All right, Libra, we will take a look in detail at what these cards are all about before we hop into the tarot reading. I do want to mention that I am featuring the Arcturus Starseed Essential Oil. This is the Aura Mist, and this is the Roller bottle. They are amazing blends to connect to your Arcturus Starseed family if you are an Arcturus Starseed, or to use it for clarity and vision, building a new earth, equality, shared purpose, and master alchemy. This is a blend that is made by me with clary sage, myrrh, neroli, pink pepper, and coconut oil, mica powder, and elderberry extract. And all of these things are amazing to help you align with the qualities that I just mentioned. So what we have here in front of us are these 5 cards. The first one is your intuition card. The second one is the challenge card. The third card is the overall theme. The fourth is the wisdom from your starseed ancestors. And the last one is the animal card, the animal spirit for the season for you. I want to invite you to my mini soul healing retreat as well, which starts on August 23rd. There's a link in the description to sign up. This is an opportunity to take a break, take care of yourself, do something that helps you be in the right space in the present moment and a little bit more aware of your emotions, your body, your health, all that stuff. It's going to be happening on Monday, so very soon. It is free to sign up, so I would love to see you guys there, and I hope you do join us. So let's begin with the very first card, which is the Queen of Cups. Now, this card, the Queen of Cups, is a beautiful energy. The Queen of Cups is about embodying your emotions. It is about being balanced in your emotions. It's also about maturity in terms of emotion. I love how her rose matches the rose that we have here. And this is a beautiful season. You know, it's the season of the Virgin, Mary, Virgo energy, and it is that sacred divine feminine. And so you being a Venus ruled sign, and as we enter this season with you having Venus in your sign, this really activates that energy. This is also about the moon. So with the Queen of Cups as your intuition card, what to focus on this month, these next 30 days, as the sun transits through Virgo, is to listen to your intuition, to listen to your emotions, to let your emotions be your guiding system as you move through the month. So Abraham Hicks talks a lot about how emotions tell us where we're at. They're like our gauge. They're like our compass. Use your emotions as a compass this week, and then you'll know exactly where you're at. So here's an example. If you are feeling amazing joy, you're on the right track. And if you're feeling those negative emotions, anger, even depression, anything that brings you down to a lower frequency means you're off track, because being on the right track is always about joy. It's always about being amazing. And the thing that we have with this season is a very tangible way of like seeing where we are at. So very important for you to use your emotions this month as your compass. Now, the second card you get, which is in the challenge position, is the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is a card of the fire element. It is also the beginning, so it marks new beginnings with passion. It marks new creativity. It marks sort of that fire that lights you up, that wakes you up. And this is the reason this is in the challenge position, or how you can read this. How is this a challenge for you? Is we're in a very earth grounded energy this month. Virgo is a mutable earth sign, which means that it can be very flexible, but it isn't fire, it's earth. And so you may feel like maybe there's some kind of sluggishness in terms of your creativity. There's some kind of sluggishness in terms of your passion. That fire that usually lights up your air energy is kind of difficult to find. So that's going to be a challenge, but I feel like there is going to be a lot of support for you here, especially because the overall theme that you get is the King of Wands. So what does the King of Wands represent? To get a queen and then a king is also very mature energy. So I feel like you're on the right track. You're gonna move through this season really nicely. However, you may experience a little bit of a setback in terms of like finding your motivation. But the King of Wands understands that motivation always comes with responsibility, and creativity can be fully channeled. So he is the embodiment of being fully capable of channeling your energy, doing the things that you want, directing your path, directing your creativity. And then, so there's two modes. One of them is like freely flowing with your passion and your creativity. And the other one is channeling that passion and creativity for something of purpose. And this overall theme for you is you're learning how to channel that creativity this month. It's like you're listening to your emotions, you're using your compass, you can see that you're getting inspired, and at the same time you're learning how to channel the energy. It's actually a really beautiful reading and a really powerful month that you're going to have. The wisdom from your ancestors is big picture thinking. This is also Pleiades energy, the visionary and inspired ideas. How beautiful is that? A new beginning in passion, and then a beautiful portal. Oh my God, I love this card. Everyone, I think, has been going through like really powerful portals, lately, especially with Leo season and the Lion's Gate. But seeing things from a bigger perspective is going to help you understand where you're at. So I keep seeing a compass. And I think the reason this is coming up is because you have to take yourself, there's going to be at some point during this month where you're going to have to take yourself aback and look at everything from up above, like the eagle's eye view, or just the big, higher perspective. Think big, think beyond just what's right here in front of you. And that's going to be challenging this season specifically because Virgo asks us to focus on the details, not on the big picture, and we can get lost in the details. So maybe this is your ancestors, your starseed ancestors, telling you that in order to not get lost in the details, just remind yourself to keep seeing, what is it that you are doing? What's the purpose? Why did you choose whatever you're choosing, however you're choosing to channel your creativity this month? And the animal spirit that you get is the bee. And the bee is such a beautiful animal spirit to get. It is an air sign as well. So a lot of air energy, fire energy in this reading. And of course, we are in this earth season. But the bee is about community, and it's also about earnest, being really hardworking. That's very Virgo energy, and also like a democratic kind of energy. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Ooh, look at that. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures, aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they are bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work, and then they grip and then they sting. So you're going to notice that you're in balance. If you feel content, well, this goes back to the Queen of Cups. If you feel active and vibrant, this goes back to the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands. And if you're out of balance, you're going to feel overworked and you're going to be annoyed. And then to bring it into balance, take care of yourself, do some self-care. Well, this is a perfect invitation for the mini soul healing retreat, so that you understand what does it mean to actually take care of myself. Like take a mini vacation. That's exactly what the mini soul retreat is about. But the B is you're gonna be working hard. I can see you putting in a lot of effort this month, and you're being supported to channel your creativity, to channel that passion into all of the projects that you will most definitely get done this month if you put the hard work into it. Thank you so much for watching this reading, and I will see you again next month.